What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm Turbo John. You're on the Turbo John YouTube channel. We're at the drag strip, 710 backside. They're drag racing today, but they're not doing cars. Cars are out here doing testing. They're going to allow us to make test passes, but they've got a lot of motorcycles. Well, check this out. Comment, like, and subscribe. Go to turbojohnracing.com if you want to get some pass and t-shirts. So check that out. Appreciate it, guys. All right, boys, like I was saying, it's Harley's. So that is a bagger. So we got another YouTube channel out here. How are you doing, sir?
My name's Steve. I'm with the V-Twin Racing channel, and I'm here to film this backside no prep Harley race. So I'll bring that to y'all.
This is going to be pretty cool. So he'll be getting all the action today for the Harleys. It's going to be cool. V-Twin Racing channel, go check them out if y'all want to see that. Yep. So we're going to be the oddballs out today with the race car. So if you want to check out some motorcycle racing content, go check out his channel.
Thanks, John.
Appreciate it. fuel system, anytime you change lines or open a fuel system, there's a chance that you're going to get trash. And so that's why we cranked it up several times. We've had it running. We've done a couple spool tests, and everything seemed to be fine. But clearly, the burnout there, once we've done the burnout, it was a problem. There's a piece of trash. It looks like it's in the number, it's in the front cylinder on the passenger side. So whatever number that is, I think that's number 2. So the fuel cell is completely empty. So it has completely 5 gallons of fuel, which we warmed it up, come back, which that did not take much fuel at all. But it is 100% empty. The fuel cell is empty. So we gotta come, 5 gallons is now, hopefully it's probably. All right, let's get the push bar set up. We'll go grab it, push it back over here, and then work on it. Yay, yay,
Yeah.
yay. All right, guys, so I don't have EGTs. And when you don't have EGTs, you have to kind of put your fingers to it. So I did. And the first and the second one were really cold. I thought it was the first one up here, but it ended up being the second one. Basically, I'm just doing a blow test. Hold your comments. I'm doing a blow test. Nothing comes out. Is it cold?
Right.
Oh, in my eyes. Oh boy, that was a bad idea. Okay, you get the picture. Basically, there's a piece of trash in here. Now, when we send these back to billet atomizers, trash is a real deal problem, right? So when we send these back to billet atomizer, they are now putting screens in here to catch trash. So we just got a stuck injector. It's a whistle. So now we have to screw this apart. I do not have the proper nippet pliers, so we're just going to scar the body up a little bit, but that's okay. Basically, this piece right here screws out of here, and so we're going to screw it apart, and then we could even just back flush it, but I'm going to take it apart and see if we see anything. Hang on. Yeah, let's wrap it around that body there. And we'll stick it on. I gotta get it on the body. Okay. Now we gotta do the same thing. Here you go. Let me just grab it. Here, just like that. Hold those. If we scratch it a little bit, it's okay. It's twisting it. We're gonna have to let go.
I might have to use 2 pairs of ice screws.
I don't know. If there's a, like, squeezing too hard, you know what I mean? In theory, this one right here worked. There we go. All right, guys, so we got this thing apart. So billet atomizers are pretty simple. All injectors are. But look way down in there. See if you can see it, Chase. You see those couple little specks of trash? I don't know if you can see them, but there's a couple little pieces of trash down in there. That is the whole problem. Okay, that's good. We have reassembled the injector, and I'm gonna blow in it, and we should not have any more air coming out. That's a poor seal on my lips. All right, where's that? Where is All right, guys, so we just got fuel back in this thing. We got it cleaned out. We got it all back together. What we're going to do now is we've already turned it over, but probably the smart thing to do, hydraulicing a motor, hydro-locking. Some people call it hydraulicing, some people call it hydro-locking, is when a cylinder is completely full of fuel and then you hit the starter and it comes up on the compression stroke. You can't compress liquid, and so guess what happens? Boom, you break a connecting rod potentially. So it's a possibility. So we are going to go ahead and pull both of these out real quick, just spin it over, see if there's any fuel that comes out, just to be safe. There shouldn't be any in there because I was already stupid, and down there I was trying to start it and it was starting over, but just to be safe. Look at this. So this is cylinder number 1. God, that plug is terrible. But there is methanol on that one. That one is completely soaked with methanol. Now luckily it's not gasoline, so
It's out of focus.
luckily it's not gasoline, so it's not fouled. Man, those plugs look bad. I need to change plugs. All right, guys, we got the plugs out of it. So what we're going to do now, Chase is going to film here. I'm going to have the ignition off and I'm going to hit the starter. And since there was fuel on that plug, we might see a little fume of gasoline or methanol. The thing is, it's very important when you're doing this, it's very important that you have the ignition off and you do not have spark. Because if it sparks and you get a nice air-fuel mixture of gasoline or methanol, what do you think happens? What do you think happens? It goes boom, boom, fire. We don't want fire. We just want to get the methanol out. Okay, you recording?
Yep.
Can you see that? Those cylinders good?
Yeah.
Record that. Go show it. Look where it's spraying on the tire. Chase, look down in there. Guys, so I don't know if Chase got it real good or not. It's kind of hard to see, but I could see it real good. And on the tire, there was a lot of methanol to come out of that. Yeah, so now let's put the plugs back in it and it should fire back up. All right, guys, so first thing we got to do, we got that electric fuel pump, right? But in order to get this working properly, we have to vent the air out of the system. So you got to take the fuel lines loose from on the return side. And you got to take them all the way off. You just take them loose. And then we got to get fuel coming out of those just a little bit. See, it's already dripping a little bit. Coming out both of them?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Gas, buddy.
Now tighten that one back up. Tighten this one back up.
It's all over your hand.
Brake clean. Hold that fuel real when you push it. There you go. Alright. Alright, Chase, ready?
Yeah.
Alright guys, so it looks like we have number 1 over here is sticking now. So, yay. Okay, so this is the number 1 again. Look, not as much come out of that one as last time though, but it's still stuck. Okay, let's go take this one apart too.
Is that a fine thread or a coarse thread?
Very fine. Just gotta be careful not to mess up the O-rings. Ideally, you would have a little vise. So this is where the trash is. Right, that's the antidote for methanol poisoning. Alright guys, so attempt number 2. So we realized when we put that injector back together, that one was not stuck nearly as bad as this one. But we realized this injector did not go together as easy as the other one. So apparently the little spring in there, I didn't have it exactly right, so it must have been cocked a little bit. So we took this one back apart, and then I stripped the fuel rail because I was impatient, and I tried to start the bolt with the wrench. Not a good idea. Not. But we think we're fixed. We just got the prime out, the air's out. Let's see if it cranks.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the air fuel ratio, it appears to be fixed. There's a lot of smoke because it's still got a lot of fuel in all this area. So it's got to burn out. It also probably washed down the oil off the cylinder walls. Probably not the best thing. The air fuel ratio that time was like 5.0. A minute ago, it was like 2.0. So what I'm trying to say is we're ready to go make a pass. Okay, guys, so got a theory here, right? So I don't know if this is the right theory or the wrong theory, but we're at a motorcycle race. So motorcycles have 2 wheels. They have one wheel that drives and then one wheel that steers. I bet you money that all the motorcycles on the right-hand lane, they were in the left track. So let's think about it. They've been running for 4 or 5 hours because our stuff has been broke because we've been trying to work on it. Good thing is it worked. But that makes sense, right? So if they're all running on one lane, the other side has not got anything happening. And so that's why the right tire did not have as much traction as the left tire, and that's why it drove to the right.
Yep.
I don't know if this is going to work for us at a motorcycle event. It may not. Well, my plan was to get here and get done before, like, there got to be a lot of people here, but fail.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we just walked out there, and that's exactly what happens. Look, so this guy's in this lane. Everybody in that lane is running the inside. So that's what happened to us, is the right tire just had no traction. Now, I did have it set up to go just a tad faster than before, but I think we're going to try to make another pass. Worm said this side over here, they've kind of been using both. And so we walked out here, and it was sure enough on both sides, it was a little bit tacky. So we're going to put a little bit of launch retard in it, and we're going to see if we can take off, loosen the front end up a little bit. I mean, that's the other thing you got to figure when you're drag racing. You've got to learn, you got to work with what you got. So yeah, we're going to try to make one more real fast. Let's get it. All right, boys, we got us a pass. It was pretty good. I'm glad we stuck around. We've done another pass. It worked out pretty good. It was pretty fast. It was not rocket fast, but it was pretty fast. Better than our first one and better than we've been in a while. Looking at the data, I think we're going to be okay. We got dig or die coming up. That's what we're trying to focus on, right? Dig or die is the big race. Surface is completely different. that pass we just made right there might be actually pretty good for dig or die. We got some extra weight. We might end up sticking that weight in the race car to get a little bit more bias, or like we said, just take the front end off. It makes sense to take the front end off. God, I hate the way it looks with the front end off. But in order to offset that weight, I've got 50 pounds basically just carrying 100 pounds. It doesn't make sense it does not make sense to have the front end on the car when people race with no front end all the time. It is what it is. All right, guys, I guess we're done. I appreciate everybody coming out. Keith, Brandon, he ended up coming Chase behind the camera today for the most part. Worked out pretty good. Appreciate it, guys. We're getting better. We're getting faster. Go to turbojohnracing.com. Grab yourself some hats and t-shirts. Appreciate it, guys.